Largest win since Iowa topped Iowa State 33-4 in 1996. With that, we'll throw it out to some questions for Coach Brandt.
How do you feel about the overall performance of the team tonight, Coach?
I told radio, I told television, I feel like we left points off the board in individual matches. Consequently, we left points off the board in the team race. You know, you look at the dual meet and you look at some situations, especially those first two matches, the gap is fairly wide, but I don't know how good they felt out there. And so that's good because that means there's room to improve, and they're doing some things to put the guy down, and maybe they're feeling some things there too. But the thing is the competition's going to get tougher deeper we get into the year, and we have to be able to widen that gap more. What I would describe it as pronounced, and like with a thumb kind of. And I don't know, there were some good thumps, but I think they lull us to sleep a little bit. But when we would be intense, then the thumps would come and they would translate to points. But they would start to maybe try to keep it close, and we never really turned it up sometimes. And when someone's trying to keep it close, we have to be able to really create those openings to get done what we want to get done.
Tom, why Evans over Gambrill?
No reason. There's no, it's 50-50.
What was the deciding point for you?
It's 50-50, and we drew 74 out of the hat, and we went with Evans.
Is it his way to lose?
It's 50-50.
What do you think about his action on the mat?
I think Mike Evans looked good and solid, and like I said, he's one of those guys that gutted it out. I mean, it was a bonus points win, but I think there was wrestling left undone, and I think he knows that. And I think a lot of our guys probably feel that way. We weren't getting back points. It's almost like you're almost content not to get back points if the margin's just certain. Unless it's just easy where a guy rolls over, and you got to make him roll over.
Even though you beat, or you feel like you left some points out on the mat, does it feel good to beat an interstate rival?
We got ready for this meet, and our guys responded for the most part very well. Even Nathan Pirak, he shows that. I mean, that's a close match. I mean, there just wasn't a lot happening, and that's what I'm talking about. You have to move guys, create openings. When the openings are there, you got to go. In his case, it was a lot of shoulder to shoulder where you're too square. It's got to be an angle where you can get to those openings, get past his head and hands. And I think their guy is pretty stingy. And you got to work hard when a guy's stingy. But we got some ability there that I don't think. I think there's some people in the stands. They don't know him yet, but they need to see him, and we need to get him ready so they can see the real him.
How much does the gap widen in this rivalry between Iowa and Iowa State, just in terms of talent, competitiveness, results, and all that? How much does it widen?
I think a lot of people are making a lot out of that. I think Kevin Jackson's trying hard. I'm not going to speak for him. And we focus on what we got to focus on. A couple years ago, or maybe it was last year, there was an issue made out of it as well. Our focus is on what we do. When they come to town or we go there, we want to perform well. We get ready for it. It's important to us. Just because there's rankings and whatnot, when you step out on the mat, it makes no difference. It's a cliche saying. It goes without saying. People get tired of hearing it, but it's very true. And that's in every case. I mean, you look at some of the individuals that they have, there's some capability there. I think for the most part we did a good job.
Obviously, with Evans moving up now, the focus now is more now. Where's your thoughts about the way he's wrestling?
I don't know how good he felt out there. There was a bug in him earlier this week. I take my hat off to him from a gutsy performance point of view, not making an excuse, but there's openings there that he can exploit, and I think when he sees the film, he'll know what maybe we're talking about.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll have Kevin Jackson here momentarily.